Hey, everybody. I'm Jeff Pollard at solarpoweredpeople.org and Jeff Pollard 11. We have another great episode with another great guest. Sir, who are you?
Hi, my name is Michael Oden. How are you?
Good. What are you about, Michael?
About making sense of people's nonsense.
Making sense of people's nonsense.
Yes, making them understand behavior that they're trying to change, but they don't know how.
Okay.
So my role and my responsibility is to help them understand themselves better so they can do better.
Oh, wow. Is there a solid example of that?
Yeah, well, wow. You look out there in the world, you'll see a lot of people who need to understand why they make the decisions that they make.
Okay.
And if these decisions aren't benefiting them, then we need to understand where that comes from.
Okay.
And so, since I'm a behavioral therapist / trainer, what I do is go behind the scenes and get them to see where this stems from, and so they can break the spell.
Well, that sounds much needed. I could tell you a few times where I'm just like, why'd I do that?
Yeah.
And then it always comes down to mom-ish. No, I was kidding.
Well, you got a good point there, sir. It goes back, and that's what we do. We go back and we uncover the scenes or the lessons learned growing up and what we brought to adulthood.
Okay. Now, this is fun for me personally because I love this. I love breaking down people, so it sounds like you and I are on the same boat for that. What made you want to get into this?
Well, I grew up in a foster home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there were 172 kids that came in through our home in the 70s in Minnesota, in a small town, Woodbury, Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
And so when we had a full house, there were 8 of the foster kids and 8 of my siblings. So there were 16 boys in the house.
Was it one of those? Sorry, but was it one of those where it's like you had the family and then you guys took on more people?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So I wasn't one of the foster kids. I just got to experience the kids who came from the broken homes who lived with us. And at a young age, I didn't understand that there was dysfunction. I didn't understand. Well, why are they here, mother? I was like 10 at the time. And over the years, you see these kids coming in with anger issues, who were abused, etc. Mm-hmm. And I was always curious. There's a word that was to describe it would be curious.
Yeah.
Why are they here?
Yeah.
What happened at home? Oh, I didn't know that could happen.
Yeah.
Because most people come from homes and go, well, my life was like this. I thought I was normal. Until they get out into the world and go, oh, you had a different childhood than I did. Yeah. So that propelled me to major in sociology.
Okay.
Then I go to I became fast forward to master's in MFT, family therapy. Okay. Yeah. And so learning other tools along the way that gives me an amalgamation of all kinds of things I can pick from to help a person understand themselves better.
Was this a clear direction you wanted to go, or was it like, I wanted to do this, but then now it kind of led me here?
I walked the path.
Okay.
Here's what really, I have a twin. Dominant. Oh, no. He's Just don't tell him that. But so I didn't say much for 14 years.
Oh.
And until I got into high school and I started finding my own voice,
okay.
Started doing my own thing. I said, oh, okay. So I still brought that to my adult world where I needed to be more open, more assertive. That was one of my issues. And so I took acting classes.
That helps.
Oh, boy. Improv, all that stuff to get me out there and make a fool of myself and be okay with it.
Yes,
so I studied. So I studied. I did 18 productions in Arizona. Did some commercials in there, studying, and I came to LA in '94 to pursue an acting career.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Hollywood dream.
Yeah, the Hollywood dream. I was on the circuit doing my thing, having fun. I was young, and I was substitute teaching at the juvenile halls.
Okay.
Right. And one guy said to me, I know you like acting, Oden. Why don't you become a probation officer on the weekends but still audition during the week? And that's why I became a probation officer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Because another thing was because my son, I was on an audition. He was visiting me for the summer. Yeah. He threw up on me on an audition. I said to myself, I got to support this kid. I got to make sure he has enough. Okay. So I had to put the brakes on the acting, and make sure he was fed, and all that. So in the meantime, I continued the career as a probation officer, working with juveniles. And then I got into the adult world, working with the adults. And that's where I really got to talk to them about their adverse childhood, environment.
I mean, I'm sure you saw correlations or just things that actually help because, I mean, you literally started with young kids, and then as they're like tweening and teenaging and going through all those hormone stuff, and then your own family with the adulthoods and your own life, and then acting with all those weirdos.
Hey, I'm telling you, it was like a therapy session in acting class. I'm telling you.
and then it's like now you're into your. I mean, so you actually know how to, in certain ways, gauge somebody's behavior because you're like, okay, I've seen these kid things to now. Oh my god, that's crazy.
I will not be invited to dinner sometimes because they think I'm evaluating them.
Well, yeah.
And I'm just trying to eat dessert. I'm not trying to do anything crazy.
But it's how they chew,
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
And those little tension in the jaw.
Yeah. You're so angry. Okay, so fast forward now. I'm John Doe. I mean, that's a terrible name, but like I'm Mr. Somebody. I want to get a hold of you. Is there insurance we need to worry about? Is there paperwork? Like what's the initial thing? I call, we set up something?
Yeah, we're on Psychology Today. And if you have an issue that you want to resolve, I have to be a fit for you. Yeah. So when you read my profile, you will call me, I believe this guy is a fit for me, and I will call him and we will have a 30-minute consultation to see if it'll work out. Okay. There's no insurance involved. Okay. I decided not to go the insurance route because I didn't want to diagnose people. Okay. Because people didn't want that label on them that they're A, B, and C, and they're really not. Okay. They're just upset about getting a need met or not met in the moment, whatever that is. Okay. Yeah.
And then it continues after that.
Yeah.
Is there I know it's case by case, but is there recommended things like 2 times a week, 1 time a week, 1 time a month?
Well, when people call us to help them with their issue, we recommend 10 sessions. Okay. Because you've been doing something for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and you want to break the habit. Yeah. And that's a tough way to go. I say, well, will I break the habit? No. What I'm doing is we're creating a foundation of understanding and awareness with your problem. So you can accept what happened, and then you can shift it. Okay. When you shift it, that takes time. But then once the 10 sessions are over, then you can go once a month. Okay. Touch-ups. Because we have people doing that all the time. I get people calling from Sacramento, from Miami, from Virginia. Just say, hey, this thing showed up, and I'm not able to handle it. So what do you recommend?
Got it. Yeah, it's kind of like most of those types of things. You want to hit hard in the beginning, and then once things heal or whatever. But okay.
Yeah, and you got to be gentle. You got to feel them out to see how emotionally fragile they may be. Because we're going some places we can go deep. Ooh, I've had a girl who was 9 and saw things she shouldn't see when she was a toddler with her mother.
And remembers it. And
we got to be delicate with that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's a whole psychology with that.
Yeah, well, there is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but just to let you know, you're doing really well, and they're going to graduate high school. Oh. So there's a happy ending.
Yeah, no, terrific. Good. Woo! Well, yeah, cool. So if you have something, if you got a tick, if you want to figure out more of you, please contact Michael. All his information will be where information can be found here. I do want to finish with one more thing. If there is a piece of advice or just something that you feel can make the world a better place, easier, less stressful, it could be anything. Do you have anything?
I would say do not personalize somebody's reaction or response to your behavior or to their behavior. Don't personalize someone's behavior towards you. Okay. Because what we tend to do is, what did I do to get them to do what they did? Okay. AKA road rage. All right. Whatever it is, if someone cuts you off, just go, he cut me off, or that person did not meet my need for fairness or maybe physical safety. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But if you keep hanging on to it, cussing at them and yelling at them, you're never going to see them again. Yeah. Yeah. So in a nutshell, don't plug in to other stuff.
Okay. So it's not don't think they did this intentionally.
Right, exactly.
They're out for me. Right. It's no, we all have our own
think about your response to that and why you need to do that.
Okay.
Right? Just, yeah, don't plug in. Don't personalize it.
I like
If you can do that, man, you're gonna relieve yourself of a lot of stress.
Okay. Well, no, that's pretty true. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, you're
All right.
welcome. Pleasure.
All right. Take care, everybody. Hey, everybody. I have some exciting news. I wrote another kid's book, Uncle Duncle. I drew the pictures. I wrote the story. Please support. I'd really appreciate it. I also wrote The Giraffe and the Lion. That's another one. So collect them all if you have kids or if you don't. It's just a fun read. Really appreciate it. Take care, everybody.